Download the BCSN Plus app today.
Travis Galloway and Notre Dame taking on Norwalk. Eagles fly to an early 10-point lead. Brooklyn Armstead adding a triple to it. 17-4 Eagles early in the first. Truckers drive in front, but Notre Dame retakes the lead. Kendall Teamer getting her team back ahead. Tied at 24 in the fourth, under 6.5 to play. Violet Snyder drains a midi. Eagles lead by 2. 2 minutes later, it's 26-all. But Raquela Gant's hot hand gets NDA up 3. Truckers get a bucket, but the Eagles answer again from outside. Armstead with a clutch 3-ball. Notre Dame wins 35-30. Eagles flying on to the regional finals against St. Vincent St. Mary.
It was a grinded out performance by our kids. It's a tough performance. You know, Norwalk did a great job of taking strengths away, and they've done that to teams all year, so that was no surprise to us. And going into our prep work for this game, we talked about it's going to be a grinded out, gritty, possession by possession game, and mentally we've got to be okay with that. I thought in the fourth quarter we were. I thought there was times throughout the game we were a little flustered and out of sync, obviously. But at this time of year, you know, game planning is so it's magnified so much more because every team is fighting to move on.
It's a great set out of the half.
Jason Griffin and Brandon Bosch had the best seats in the house for it. Guys, to you.
Well, we knew, Brandon, that when you get down to the final 16 in the state of Ohio, it's not going to be easy. Notre Dame gets away with a victory here tonight against a talented Norwalk team, and they did it without one of their stars for a lot of the game. Thames had 4 fouls, and it was tough.
It was, and it wasn't easy. It wasn't really pretty at times either, but at the end of the day, at this time of the year, you just got to advance. You got to find a way, and I think that's what this Notre Dame Eagle team did tonight. Big performance by the freshman teamer. I think she stepped up in the absence of what you had with Thames on the bench, as we talked about, for nearly a quarter of gameplay. And then when Thames came back in, I thought she was spectacular. She played really smart. She controlled the offense. She got that team very settled down, in the last 5 minutes of this game went much smoother with her on the floor.
Well, they had 17, Notre Dame, in the first quarter. They finished with 35. Teamer had a field goal with 3 seconds left in the half. She had 2 field goals in the third quarter. She was the only player for Notre Dame to score field goals in the second and third. That's an amazing stat.
It's wild. And you look at that and you say to yourself, okay, why did something like that happen? And I think you got to credit Norwalk. I think they played very gritty defense. The box and one gave Notre Dame problems throughout this game. And I thought, and you mentioned it while we were talking off camera, the way that they rebounded the basketball was fantastic. They really limited Notre Dame on their misses to 1 shot, and that was a big factor in them staying in this game. So yes, it wasn't great offense from the Eagles, but I think you got to credit the Truckers and what they were able to do defensively as well.
Truckers out-rebounded Notre Dame 35-16, but the bottom line, Notre Dame is moving on. They will take on Akron St. Vincent St. Mary in the regional final right back here at Elida Fieldhouse on Saturday for a chance to go to state.
Tournament Time on BCSN is brought to you by Unison Health and the Mental Health Board of Lucas County, reminding you that it's your time, your choice.